The Pixel Watch 2 is out. We have it in our hands and we want to see if it's as good as it should be, and is this watch going to become my daily driver versus this, which is the Fitbit Versa 4. All of that coming up in this video. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. You guys probably already saw that we recently got this, which is the Pixel 8 Pro phone. Now that phone it's actually right here. I'm using this as my current daily driver. I'm testing this phone to see if it's any good. See if it's better than my Galaxy S20 Ultra that I replaced it with. Now that's a pretty old phone, so it should be a pretty easy competition to win. But today we have a much harder decision, and that is Fitbit Versa 4 versus the Google Pixel Watch 2. Now these are two extraordinary devices in different ways. Which one do I want to actually keep? Well, you would see on here on my wrist, I have Fitbit Versa 4. Now I have this custom watch strap for it, but if I pop this out just like this, it is the Fitbit Versa 4 in this super beefy watch form factor. Now I really like this watch. You've seen other videos where I took it on vacation and the battery lasted for 8 full days without needing a recharge. And that was one of the big reasons why I picked the Versa 4. But since I bought the Pixel 8 Pro, it came with a free Pixel Watch 2. It's kind of free. So I paid like $1,400 Canadian for the phone, and it came with this watch, which says it's like a $450 watch. Now, obviously, those of my viewers in the United States, you're gonna get this watch for a lot less than that. Canadian dollar is not very good. It's kind of like the Mexican peso. So the numbers don't quite match up, but it's a reasonably priced watch. Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you've seen some of our content already and have not subscribed, we want you to join our community. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video. So what I want to do in this video is compare kind of the specs of the two and decide once and for all which watch I want to use. Now, partially, this one, it's brand new. It's still in the package. I have not torn off this seal. I have not done an unboxing, and I really want to do an unboxing for you guys in this video to show you guys everything that comes with this watch. But if I don't think I'm gonna keep it, it's worth a heck of a lot more money to sell it as a brand new watch versus an opened brand new watch. You know what I mean? So do we risk it? Well, let's talk about some of the features of the Pixel Watch. To start with, the Fitbit Versa 4 and the Pixel Watch 2 have drastically different styles for how the watch is designed, okay? So the Fitbit Versa 4 is your typical square design. It mimics what you've kind of gotten used to in smartwatches. Apple obviously has more of a square design. This guy has a square design, and Fitbit has had that square design or oblong design for a long time. The Pixel Watch 2, on the other hand, is round. Okay, so it's a traditional watch shape, a traditional watch design. And if this is an appearance only type question, you're gonna have to decide, am I a square person or am I a round person? And if you like round, well, then you've got your winner right here, because you will never be happy with a square watch. And if you like a square watch, well, then you might not ever be happy with a round one. Maybe you will, maybe you can switch back and forth. Let's keep moving. Now, as far as form factor goes, the Fitbit has just one button on the side of the watch. So you push that button, it pulls up a sub menu, and then you use the touch screen to navigate through that menu. Now the Pixel Watch uses this little crown-shaped wheel on the side, so it allows you to dial through different menus. It pushes in so you can select it. It's kind of similar to what the Apple Watch is like, and it kind of makes sense because Pixel obviously is going after the Apple market to try and steal some of that market share that they have. So they're going with kind of a form factor that's familiar but different enough that obviously they're not going to end up in the courtroom getting sued for stealing Apple's designs. And then obviously customizability. So both of them have built into the software the ability to have custom watch faces. It also allows you to interchange the straps. So the Pixel Watch has a new design where the strap slides out the side and it locks in place. The Fitbit has a little locking tab that you can do in and out, similar to a traditional watch strap. It's not hard to use, or you can use a strap like mine where it just pops into it and that kind of makes it protective as well. But there's lots of different options, and obviously the Pixel Watch is going to have that as well. So both of them are super customizable in that respect. Now, when we talk about the watch itself, you want to know which one's better from a technical standpoint. So let's talk about some of the technical features of the Pixel Watch to start with. So it comes with a Qualcomm SW5100 processor. It has a massive 2 gigabytes of RAM and an onboard 32 gigabytes of storage. That allows you to store songs and that like multimedia type stuff on the watch and access it from the watch. When we look at the Fitbit, unfortunately, they don't disclose their processor, their RAM, their storage, or anything. All we know is that it's fast enough for the UI to work, it's fast enough for the sensors to work lag-free, and it has enough storage on board to store at least 7 days worth of data before you need to connect it to a phone, such as your brand new Google Pixel 8 Pro, and then download that information to the app where it's stored on there, and then it'll store another 7 days worth of data on there. If you don't transfer it to the phone, then it will just overwrite that data as it gets full. Now, I personally have stored more than 7 days worth of data. When I went on vacation, I had like 9 or 10 days worth of data before it synced to the phone. So I don't know exactly how they decide when it's full or when it's not, but it will fill up, whereas the Pixel Watch just has endless amounts of storage basically. Now, as far as sensors, they are both exactly the same for sensors that are on board, except the Pixel Watch includes the CEDA sensor. I don't know how you say that, CEDA, whatever, which is the same as the Fitbit Sense 2, but the Fitbit Versa 4 does not have that sensor. Now, that sensor is used to detect your EKG readings, which some of you might not care. For me, as I get older, I do start to care about more and more of this data, so that when I go to the doctor with a problem, he's able to say, well, you know, I don't have any of this information. Well, guess what? I do, because I've been wearing my Pixel Watch 2. Here is all of the information that you need. Tell me what it means, please, doc. That's what you could do. You could do that if you wanted to. And you'd need this phone if you wanted to have all of the sensors. So at the basic level, obviously they both do heart rate. They both check your SpO2 or your oxygen levels. They both check your temperature. They also have an ambient light sensor. That's more for the screen to know when it should turn on and turn off and to adjust the brightness. They're not using that to really tell you any health information. It has a 3-axis accelerometer. It's got an altimeter. This guy includes a compass and that CEDA sensor that gives you the EKG readings, which the Fitbit Versa 4 does not do. So that's, again, a big difference when you're looking at the sensors and the readings. Now, some other less notable or more notable changes are you can get this with an LTE option, so you can put a SIM card in there or use an eSIM and connect it to a cellular service independent of the phone. The Versa 4 obviously is not going to have that. This particular one is not the LTE model, so they'd be more comparable. That keeps the price a lot more similar as well. Both of them support NFC, so that gives you contactless payment. You could put your Google Wallet on here and then you could tap your watch onto the pay services to pay for whatever you want. Personally, I have that feature turned off, mostly because I wear a tinfoil hat when I'm not making videos like this, and I really don't want NFC on while my arm's swinging all over the place and accidentally pay for somebody's lunch. On to the battery life. Now, this is where you're going to separate very, very drastically from one to the other. Now, the Pixel Watch 2 comes with a 24-hour battery life. That means you charge it, you can use it for 2 days, but it does need to be charged by the end of the second day. Part of the reason that the battery life is so depleted is because this has an always on display. It's always showing you the time. So if your hand's upside down like this and you're not looking at your watch, it's still showing you your time. With the screen on all the time, obviously it's going to deplete that battery. One thing I don't know is if you have the ability to turn the screen off to save battery life and extend that battery life. And the reason why that's important is this one has a 7-day battery life. 7 days. So you could charge this once a week, wear it all week, and it would last all week. Part of the reason they do that is because it's a pretty lightweight watch. It doesn't do a lot of the multimedia stuff that some of these other activity trackers have added in. So if you're looking at like the Apple Watch or the Samsung Gear Watch, whatever that thing's even called, they do a lot of everything, right? So you're always accessing your watch. It's always doing stuff. It's always giving you notifications. You're trying to respond with your watch and everything. Personally, I have my always on display turned off on here, and I have it set to where if I look at it, it'll turn on, but it turns off quickly. It goes to sleep fast, and I have the brightness turned down, and my watch actually lasts more like 9 days. So I did a video showing you guys the life of the watch when I went to Hawaii, and I did not take a charger with me, and it lasted the whole week, plus the weekend when I came back, and I had like, I don't know, 5% battery left, and it was really awesome. I do not expect that this one will do the same thing, and that's a big deal for me. See, my wife has the Apple Watch and she has to charge that thing twice a day. So it lasts all day till she gets home, and she has to charge it so that she can wear it to bed at night so it can track her sleep. And for me, I really want to log the data. I want to have the sleep data. I want to have the heart rate data. I want to have all that stuff. I don't really need to skip to the next song with my watch. I don't really need to check my email, read my text messages or anything like that. I've always got my phone anyway, and it can do all that. It's just weird to me to be able to like talk on my phone when my phone's right there. Like, what's the advantage of that? It just burns that battery life. So I'm gonna see if there's an option to turn that off and if this battery life can get even longer. Now, before we decide if we're gonna open this watch up, there's one thing to note. Google recently bought Fitbit. They bought the company, they bought the brand. So when you're talking about the absolute experience, so your phone will connect to this watch through the Fitbit app, the same as this Fitbit app. Now, one of the biggest complaints of that Fitbit app is there's a paid service in there. There's a premium subscription. So the basic subscription gives you access to certain information, but not all of the information. To access all of the information from your Pixel watch, you also need that premium subscription. Now, it will be noted that in the case of my Pixel 8 Pro, it does have a watch app specifically for this that is outside of the Fitbit app, but it's a very similar experience. So you're not getting extra data. You still need that premium subscription service in order to get that extra information. So really, when you're looking at it, these are a lot more similar than you would think. And for that reason, I've been so back and forth. Do I open this? Am I happy with this? Now, here's where I'm at, and I'm glad you've stayed this long because I'm about to give you my opinion, and my opinion matters. And that's why you stay here, because you want to know what my opinion is. And now that we're both done laughing at how ridiculous that statement is, let's talk about which one is right for me. I really like the Versa 4. Like, I wanted to draw this all out and have some dramatic effect, but here's the things I like about the Versa 4. Number one, this square shape. I like this. I like it. I love it. I don't know if I love it. I like it though. I like it. And when I wear it on my wrist, I bought this strap specifically because I wanted something that was kind of retro. Now, back in the day, I loved wearing G-Shock watches. Now, when I looked at the G-Shock and I compared it to this, especially with this case, has that reminiscent shape and feel to it where, I just feel like I'm back in the day wearing a G-Shock. When I look at this, it looks kind of dainty. And, there's nothing wrong with being dainty. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But for me, the kind of stuff I'm doing all the time. I just don't think that the Pixel Watch suits what I'm about. I'm more, and you know, we can laugh at this together, I think I'm more of like a rugged, outdoorsy, doing stuff kind of guy. If I was in an office building wearing my nicest suit and my shoes match my belt, this is the watch for you. Like if you are wondering which one should I use right now, the easiest way to tell, look down at your feet. Do your shoes that you're wearing right now match your belt? If the answer is yes, that's your watch. Hands down, Pixel Watch 2. That is your watch. If you look down and you've got flip-flops on, you've got mismatched socks, maybe you're like me, and you know, I'll stand up so you guys can see, you're wearing swim shorts that you got on the clearance rack at Walmart 5 years ago, and your coolest Gears and Tech shirt, this is probably the watch for you. It's cheaper. The battery lasts way longer. I'm gonna have to charge this thing 5 to 7 times before I have to charge this one. And I just don't want to be stuck charging my watch all the time. I just want to have my watch on and have it work. When it does die, it annoys the crap out of me. And I just can't imagine having to charge my watch every other day. Like, that's just too much for me. But if your shoes match your belt, you probably spend a lot of time doing your hair and making sure that your eyebrows aren't getting out of shape and that your suit's looking really good, you know? And so it's no big deal while you're doing all of that to stick this on the charger, and it charges really fast, so that when you're done all of that and you're looking really good and you want to put your nicest watch on, you put it on and you walk away. But that's just not me. So unfortunately, I have to give up the EKG functionality, which I really, really, really wanted to unlock with this watch, and I was looking forward to that. But this watch is better suited for someone else. Someone else is going to take it. They're going to love it. So unfortunately, I hate to break the news to you, we are not going to be doing an unboxing of this watch. But if you want, I will take a video of the guy who buys it, and we'll see, do his shoes match his belt? I'm curious to know, like, am I right here? Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions with this, but that's kind of what I see in my mind when, you know, who's gonna wear this thing. So no unboxing. I hope that you guys have a better understanding of which watch is which and help you decide which one is best for you. But I wanna hear about it. Did I get it right? Post something in the comments down below. Let me know, did we get this right? Are we totally way off base? Do you have a Pixel Watch 2? Do you have a Fitbit Versa 4? Which one do you like better and why? Tell me all about it in the comments. Do you want to just tell me how stupid I am? Yeah, tell me about that in the comments as well. I'd love to hear it. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.